Well, this is sad. This is really sad. So this guy Lionel has promoted the Q conspiracy theory more passionately than as far as I can tell, almost anybody on YouTube, aside from Jordan Sather, has passionately promoted QAnon, which is a scam, has no connection to the president, and is not an insider. No insider would be allowed to just hang out on the internet for 10 months. I mean, this is the reward that he gets for scamming people into believing that Q is real. He gets to pose with the president in the Oval Office. Who is checking this stuff beforehand? The American people are being played, right? If QAnon is real, how come all these people are still free? How come the Clintons are still free? Wow, this is so bad. Meanwhile, what happens to real Trump supporters? I didn't mislead you guys for months about Q because it's not real, right? I didn't take your money for months about Q because it's not fucking real. And this is what this guy gets. This guy Lionel, who's done some of the most breathlessly ridiculous pro-Q videos on YouTube I've ever watched, in my personal opinion. Some of the most ridiculous videos saying Q is the real deal, drop what you're doing and focus on this. Wow, I feel a little bit betrayed. Obviously, I'm still going to support Trump. You know, nothing changes, but I do feel a little bit betrayed. I've lost quite a bit in this little battle. I've lost quite a bit, as have the people here at Fulcrum. We've lost a lot in terms of censorship and being attacked, being literally fucking attacked all the time. We've lost quite a bit. Let's put on camera here. Yeah, what is this, folks? What the fuck is this? He doesn't have somebody vetting the people who go on the White House tours before they take a photo op with him. This isn't good because now this guy Lionel is going to run back and say to all the Q-tards, look, the president took a photo with me in the Oval Office. He took a photo with me in the Oval Office of the White House. He's never taken a photo with the Pizzagate guy. He's never taken a photo with any of those weirdos. In fact, I was publicly humiliated, right, just for taking a selfie with Kim Guilfoyle. I was publicly humiliated as the Pizzagate conspiracy theorist. And yet President Trump, by taking a photo 2 feet from this guy's fucking face, he's endorsing Q. Hey, MAGA, you guys enjoy yourselves. I still support Trump, but what the fuck is this? I can't even look at this right now. What is this? Nobody in the White House vetted this. Total strangers who spend months promoting something that counter-signals the president, spend months promoting that. They can just waltz right into the Oval Office and take a selfie with Trump. What is going on here, folks? I know a new study came out in USA Today that alcohol is more harmful than initially expected. Don't give a fuck. We're gonna crack into the wine early today, right? What is this? Fulcrum has been here. We're here in the nation's capital spending a lot of money to continue telling you the truth, and meanwhile he's taking selfies with Q promoters. Might need a little bit more than wine today, folks. Give me a second. I mean, what is that, right, folks? What is that? So, I get deplatformed from everywhere. I get deplatformed from everywhere and smeared smeared as a crazy person, and a person who promotes a legitimately crazy conspiracy theory, which we have disavowed here at Fulcrum and picked apart like ravens. Right? We've picked this thing apart to the bone. There's no Q, aside from Coleman Rogers and his buddies. Right? There's no real Q. There's no insider. It's internet scammers, folks. Wow, this photo, the longer I look at it, the less I like Trump. I'm going to put this photo away because it's not his fault. It's not Trump's fault. He's a very busy guy. Somebody in the White House is trying to sabotage him. Somebody is trying to sabotage him, right? Why would, out of all the people you could take a photo with, 350 million Americans, right? God bless all their hearts. 350 million Americans. Why do you have to take a photo with one of the biggest promoters of the Q conspiracy theory? The media is going to jump on this. Look, I'm media. I'm the head of a media company in Washington. I'm already jumping on it. I mean, how can I not? The president just hung out in the Oval Office with one of the biggest Q promoters on YouTube. Okay, I guess I need to reevaluate my life. Maybe it is time to just sit on an island somewhere and spend my bitcoins and drink good wine and have women everywhere and people feeding me grapes. Maybe that's what it's time for, folks, because I moved to Washington to do an actually good thing for everybody and to make sure that Pedogate was not ignored and that the cover-up attempt was a total failure. That was kind of our mission. That's why we moved here, was to make sure that these pieces of shit who covered up the Boys Town pedo ring back in the 1990s, we don't want the same powerful people here in D.C. to cover this stuff up. And why is that? Well, these people straight up poisoned me last year. Some of my critics say, no, that wasn't a real near-death experience. You just had indigestion or whatever. Maybe you got food poisoning. Okay, I know what I experienced. It wasn't food poisoning. It was the other side. I don't have to justify it. Don't have to defend it. I'm not starting a new religion. But point being, these people went to such great lengths that when threatening me and when tempting me with a different lifestyle didn't work, they went to discrediting me in some of the largest publications in the country. And then when that didn't work, handshake, and a heart attack later that day. Not very nice people. Not very nice people. But, you know, again, if you want to believe that I just had food poisoning, hey, I'm not going to argue with you. I don't defend God. God defends himself. I never understood that, right? As a person who personally believes now, I never understood, and I frankly still don't. I understand even less now. These proselytizers, right? These people who go to Africa and there's some starving baby that needs water, and they're like, do you accept Jesus as your savior? The starving baby's like, I guess. Can I just have the water now? Like, why is that done? God doesn't really need the help. Like, you're right. You're right about the Christ consciousness and everything. You're 100% right. That's why I don't consider Christians to be anything other than brothers, right? The New Testament, I'm like, when I read the New Testament, I'm like, oh, great, there's a sequel. A sequel came out, you know? I don't consider it to be anything other than sacred. So we are truly in a war against some really dumb people. Right? Look at Emily Birnbaum at The Hill. Speaking of dumb people, she comes after me and labels me a white supremacist. I think the whole point of that homepage article on The Hill, which was picked up by MSN and others, right, Microsoft's website, I think the point of that was to have dumb people come after me as a white supremacist. It was a way for the people at The Hill to harm me without directly killing me or harming me, right? Let's just show this guy to millions of people and say that he's a white supremacist, even though he's actually a Jew and hates white supremacy. Let's just say that because he used the AOK symbol, that he's a bad guy, and hopefully somebody will find him and kill him. And thankfully that didn't happen, because even dumb people, right? Even dumb people saw that and were like, what the fuck is this? You mean to tell me that this young man who takes selfies with Kim Guilfoyle, that he's a white supremacist because he made the AOK symbol that's been used by the U.S. military for the last 50 years in official settings where it's too noisy to say AOK. You literally flash this, right? If you're on an aircraft carrier, and you're like, what'd you say, Seaman? Right? Doesn't mean I hate black people. Love black people. Most black people anyways, right? Candace Owens, I'd like to say I love her, but I guess I'm the only conservative. It's like, just please, Candace, like, for an hour, no new tweets, no 50K retweets. She's like trying to rebuild society on Twitter. I don't disagree. It's just super ambitious. I don't know. I don't know what I dislike about her. It's hard, but I can't pin down why I dislike somebody. She's just too ambitious, right? If you have more ambition than me, that's weird. Is it 420 on the Hill? It was just a minute ago. What's up, Alabama? I know it's going to be okay. I'm fine. It's just like, what is Trump doing? How is he allowing this? Like this is the first time. The Mueller thing didn't bother me because he has good lawyers. Giuliani could end this thing in 72 hours if he needed to. That's how sharp Giuliani is still, believe it or not. But what bothers me is this. Like, Trump is supposedly so sharp. Well, Mr. Trump, who's been, silent on Pizzagate since it broke, Mr. Trump, who's been silent on that and who allowed Alex Jones and me and Cernovich and many others to be massively censored on YouTube, right? You allowed some of your biggest supporters to be censored into retirement, basically. I enjoy what I do, but these numbers are a joke compared to when we were the biggest politics YouTube channel. Whenever we go live, it was always on YouTube's live tab. Like, this is sad, folks. Look at this, immersive live stream, our day at the White House meeting POTUS. So I guess I'm wrong then, folks, right? I guess Q must be right, which means they've all been wrapped up, right? It means Hillary Clinton's in her Magneto cell down at Guantanamo. Like, what is this? What is Trump doing? I hate to join the anti-Trumpers tonight. I might have to go to a bar and watch CNN. Truly, what is the president doing? You've allowed me to be banned from YouTube, Mr. President. I was banned from YouTube earlier this year.
Every single
while
thing I have tried
you take
to accomplish
selfies with this
been
man who
completely
spends months
sidetracked,
promoting Q.
so I
Okay,
apologize.
something doesn't add up.
My most
God.
sincere apologies.
I mean, what is this? Why don't you take a photo? Why don't you just take a photo with Antifa, President Trump, right? Maybe they can go on a tour. Maybe just take a selfie with Antifa. What is this? Maybe take a selfie with George Soros, right? Maybe Soros can stop by the White House. And Lynn Rothschild, too, right? She's got long arms, very long arms, so you'll need to accommodate her. You'll need to accommodate her with an extra long doorway. But she'll get in there all right. She's done it before. She'll get right in there. Like, I feel like Serpico, right? Remember that movie Serpico with Al Pacino where he's this cop in the 70s in New York and he's trying to, like, out some corruption in the police department. And then the people he goes to report it and everybody else, he realizes everybody's in on the take. He realizes there are no unbiased, unrigged people. Look, unabashedly addicted to all that is QAnon. I'm a proud, dedicated QAnon believer. This reached 62,000 idiots, right? Proud. Let's watch this. This is the man who hung out with Trump today. What the fuck is this, folks? Do I have to call John Podesta and get drinks? Like, what is this?
Let me make this, first of all, unequivocally clear. Limpid, pellucid. I want to add clarity, no ambiguity. Listen and listen good. I stand with Q. I stand with the Anons. I stand with these brilliant decoders who are just breathtakingly, I'm saying the word too much, brilliant.
I don't want to listen to this piece of shit anymore. Sorry, guys. So someone's misleading someone, right? I'm not misleading y'all. If tomorrow morning the Clintons are in prison and Soros' bank account has been emptied out, I'll be happier than anybody. But my sources told me QAnon is a total LARP, and all these people are still free, right? Here's where Hillary is. She's literally hanging out and partying at the Weinstein estate, right? You think she's secretly under indictment and all this bogus? Well, that belief you have, that belief that many of you Q folks have, your strong belief that Hillary is really in deep trouble is why she's enjoying her retirement right now. She's enjoying retirement because people on the internet believe a fan fiction narrative that she's secretly being brought down along with the rest of the global elite, and it's simply not true. I mean, this is not, look at this. This is not punishment, folks. That was just yesterday. This was yesterday. Does she look like she's in deep trouble down at Guantanamo? Awfully nice setting there at Gitmo, right? Taking selfies and shit. Gitmo looks nice. Wow. Wow, they have Cirque du Soleil shit at Gitmo? Folks, come on. Come on now. They say it's so bad down there. I don't believe it. They have Cirque du Soleil shows, chocolate water fountains, chocolate fountains, buffets, free wine. They say it's so bad at Gitmo. I don't buy it after seeing that shit. What is that? Alright, so I'm done. But yeah, this doesn't make any sense. Somebody's hoodwinked someone. Yeah, what the fuck is this? He's hanging out in the Oval Office with the Q-tard. And by the way, if I was wrong about QAnon, if the president and the president's men were secretly hanging out on 8chan for the last 10 months, and if I was totally wrong about that, I'll exit journalism. I really will. I've had enough fun. I brought down the big one. Pizzagate is the big one. Makes Bernstein and whoever, Woodward and Bernstein, look like total idiots compared to me and my team. That is 100% the truth. I'm done, right? I wrote the great one. It's like Harper Lee after To Kill a Mockingbird. She wrote the great American novel and never looked back. You have to respect those people. They're so rare, but she truly did. She wrote this great novel, just dropped it out of nowhere, about race in America and the justice system and racism and stuff. And that was it, right? Later, after her death, they published another one of her books, and it turned out that it really wasn't that good. So she made a good call being a one-hit wonder. But point is, we broke the big one. We're never going to get, we feel like Neil Armstrong here at Fulcrum. We're never going to get that thrill again, because for one thing, I can't take the same risks I took then. I have money now. I didn't then. My health was shitty back then, so I was like, fuck it, nobody else is willing to break Pizzagate, everybody else is a pussy with kids and a big mortgage. Well, my health is not good, it wasn't back then. Now it's much better. I'm in a different place. I can't take the same risks I took when our team broke Pizzagate. If that dropped on my desk today, I'd say, nope, no fucking thanks. Right? Really, I would. I know that's kind of a mean thing to say or whatever, but I'm just a human being. I would not go through the last 1.5 years of torment. And then my pot of gold at the end of the rainbow is I get to watch QAnon promoter Lionel take selfies with Trump in the Oval Office. Wow, folks, right? Thank God there's a heaven. Thank God my reward comes in another form. Because this is craziness, absolute craziness. But no, I would say, hey, if I'm wrong about Q, if Q really is the president, and Trump actually thinks that it's appropriate to post riddles on 8chan, not only am I no longer a Trump supporter if that's the case, right? If Trump has really been hanging out on 8chan and doing complex riddles instead of fucking arresting these people when he's the most powerful person in the West, then I no longer support him. That's my choice. And furthermore, I leave journalism in that case, right? Why would I stick around if I've been wrong about something that massive? So anyways, I'll see you guys. I'll see you when I see you.